Welcome back to WCCB News Rising. My name is Jacinda Jacobs, and I'm really excited about this conversation before. Have you ever had your heart just kind of flutter a little bit there? Maybe you're falling in love and you're nervous, or Dr. Sameer, I've even heard someone say this the other day that they're so nervous from public speaking that their heart will start to flutter. You know, you feel your heart pounding through your chest and you start to sweat. Maybe it's too much caffeine or you're super stressed out. We're talking about the heart flutters this morning. And when does it get serious? When does that, when do you cross that path where you're like, I need to see a doctor? And now that's what we're discussing in our healthy headlines this morning. We welcome in Dr. Sameer-Chaudhari. He is a cardiologist at Novant-Health Heart and Vascular Institute in Monroe, North Carolina. Welcome. Thank you for joining us.
Good morning. Thanks for having me. How are you doing today?
I am amazing. I'm amazing. I am really excited about this conversation. We want to start off with the more benign, less stressful heart flutters. What are they? When do they happen? Tell us about them.
So the term heart flutter is used by general people, and we call it as a palpitation. Most of the time, either it's skipping of heartbeat or racing of heartbeat. And common reason for them, as you mentioned, is emotional, physical, or mental stress. Other medical reasons would be dehydration, excess of caffeine, excess of alcohol intake, and not limited, but also includes lack of adequate electrolytes in your diet.
When does it change now into this is becoming something serious? What are some of those signs that we should look out for, and what's happening inside of our body?
So most of the time it's benign because it's occasional, and the person who's going through it is able to point out some of the reasons we mentioned before. But if it's becoming too often, let's say having throughout the day or multiple times in a day, and or associated with symptoms such as dizziness, lightheadedness, having shortness of breath, or partial and complete loss of consciousness. Those are the telltale signs that hey, you need to see a doctor, either inpatient like urgent care or emergency room, or outpatient, either seen by primary care or cardiologist.
So when we're at home kind of weighing out what this looks like, oh, there it is, I'm back. So
Yeah.
when we're home and you're feeling these palpitations coming on,
Mhm.
what are
Mhm.
some monitoring techniques that we can do at home to kind of determine, you know, is this something that I need to go to the ER right now for?
Yeah. So if you have symptoms such as extreme chest pain, shortness of breath, or loss of consciousness, don't even wait, just go to the ER or urgent care. But otherwise, if you're able to do simple tasks like you're taking care of yourself, doing household chores with those symptoms in and out, you can check your vitals at home. And if you don't have any equipments, just call your doctor's office and get checked within 24 to 48 hours.
I like that a lot. I like that a lot. So again, one more time, if you can spell out for us, when should I schedule a doctor's visit versus going straight to the ER?
So if you have symptoms which concerning symptoms such as extreme chest pain, shortness of breath, or loss of consciousness, even if for a brief moment, that's a concerning sign that you should seek urgent medical attention.
Okay.
And otherwise, you can still wait and to be seen by primary care doctor or cardiologist in office setting within 24 to 48 hours.
Is there something about the length of time that these flutters last? You know, we're talking about drinking some caffeine or
Mhm,
something like
mhm.
that. What if if you feel like it's going on way too long and that starts to bring a fear to you?
So if it's happening too often, let's say multiple times in an hour or a day, or those episodes are more than 10 to 30 seconds, then it's definitely concerning. But most of the time, they are only for few seconds and self-limiting. If you have obvious reasons such as caffeine or dehydration, and if you work on them, they should go away within 4 to 6 hours.
Okay. Is there anything that I didn't ask, we didn't cover that you'd like to mention at this time?
So yeah, so when you look out for or seek for medical attention, the basic things would be checking vitals, then EKG, the 12-lead ECG or EKG in the office or in the urgent care, and basic blood work to check out electrolytes, your blood count, and signs for any infections or dehydration. Then if you go to the cardiologist office, the simplest investigation and the very commonly used is heart monitor. Either it can, based on severity and the quantity of your symptoms, it can be for 2 days, for 7 days, sometimes as long as it can be for 30 days as well. Okay. And rarely you need a stress test, but other common investigation used is 2D echocardiogram, which is the ultrasound of your heart. So these are basic penumbra of investigations.
Perfect. Perfect. I thank you so much for joining us today. Dr. Sameer, thank you for this information, and thank you for all that you do for us in the community.
Thank you very much. And thanks for having me and giving me this opportunity for public education. You have a good day.